Hello, this is Billy Joe Saunders, WBO middleweight champion of the world. Subscribe to Sporting Icons to stay in touch with all the top news. God bless you all.
As we all know, Tyson Fury is under investigation by the UK anti-doping, or Ukad if you like, for substance abuse and many other reasons. And Tyson Fury has had enough, and he wrote a letter which I did a video about a little while ago, and I also did another video where saying that Ukad and the British Boxing Board of Control need to be investigated because they're taking the piss by allowing this to continue for so long, when most other people get their bans or are freed straight away. So what's happening with Tyson is kind of unruly. Now, there was another one where Ukad responded by saying that Team Fury have requested that certain things be left out of the press. So there are certain things going on behind there that obviously we don't know about. But where Tyson Fury said that this is wrong, you should give me my license back or ban me, just do something just so I know what's going on, Ukad have responded with a statement, and it says this: in response to public comments made by Mr. Tyson Fury, UK anti-doping wishes to clarify the status of the charges it issued against him and Mr. Hughie Fury on the 24th of June 2016. The proceedings to determine the charges against the athletes are taking place before the National Anti-Doping Panel, which is responsible for adjudicating anti-doping disputes in UK sport. The NADP operates in accordance with its own procedural rules and is entirely independent of UK anti-doping. From the beginning, UK anti-doping has pushed for a resolution of the charges as quickly as possible and has invested significant resources in trying to achieve this. There are various reasons why, nevertheless, the charges have not been heard on the merits. All parties are currently awaiting a ruling from NADP Tribunal on an application made by the athletes to exclude certain evidence. Once that ruling is received, the matter will proceed to a hearing on the merits. UK anti-doping is currently pushing for dates to be fixed for that hearing to take place as soon as possible. It is therefore inaccurate to suggest either that the UK anti-doping is failing to pursue these charges as quickly as possible, or that Mr. Tyson Fury and Mr. Hughie Fury are being treated differently to other athletes. So that's a statement right there for you. Bullshit. That's what I've got to say. It doesn't take that long. I don't care what's going on. I don't care what things are not in the press and what things we don't know about. What we do know about is that Tyson is up on charges. Hughie Fury is up on charges. Hughie Fury has been allowed to fight. Tyson Fury has not. Okay, so he got depression and got signed off, all this kind of thing. But it still doesn't take this long. I've never heard of a case take this long. There may be one or two, I don't know. But this is going on long enough. I mean, how long does it take to pick up a phone and say, hey, listen guys, we need to get this thing sorted out. Let's get some members on the panel. Let's go have a meeting. Let's talk about it. Let's see all the evidence and then we'll make a decision. You could do all that within one day, quite comfortably. Okay, so to go on for 15 months is ridiculous. And to include Hughie and Tyson, that would suggest that was way back before Tyson fought Christian Hammer, which was a few months before he fought Vladimir Klitschko for the unified titles. Yet they failed the A sample but passed the B sample, which eradicates the A sample. That bit we know about. So if things are that bad, then why is Hughie still fighting? Why is he fighting this Saturday against Joseph Parker for the WBO world title? What's going to happen? He's going to win it and then get stripped? It's ridiculous. You guys are messing with Tyson's well-being. His mental state is added because of all this. They are taking the absolute piss. Now they're saying that they're currently awaiting from a ruling from the NADP, but how long does it take? It doesn't take this long. Somebody somewhere is telling them, take your time, we don't want Tyson Fury back. Who's doing that? No idea. I don't believe it's any kind of promoter at all, because they don't have that kind of power. But somebody else somewhere doesn't want Tyson Fury back and is messing about with him. They have to take responsibility for his depression. They have to take responsibility for taking so long, and they have to take responsibility for a hell of a lot of other things. Of course, Team Fury have to take some responsibilities as well. The fact that they got themselves into this position where they're now being questioned because Tyson told them to bugger off when they turned up to test him, failed a test where it found cocaine in them, even though cocaine isn't on the banned PED list. I'm sure it's probably on the banned substance list, but not the PED. And that kind of thing is just frowned upon rather than banned. So again, there are other things that Team Fury have requested that they remain private. But of course, once everything's sorted out, we'll probably find detail, in-depth detail, I would imagine. But regardless, your statements are just complete crap. Absolute garbage. There is no reason in the world why it could take this long. How busy can people be to not put somebody's livelihood as a priority? You're all taking the piss. Anyway, like the video, drop a comment, subscribe.